I believe the Nigerian government is not actually telling us the truth at this point. Now, what Nigerian government has failed to do, the Saudi Arabian government has now come out to like publicly endorse that Sheik Gumi is a terrorist without being told. Every Nigerian knows the role in which Sheik Gumi has played when it comes to insecurity in Nigeria. But the DSS and the Nigerian security agencies are afraid of him. And now you see that Donald Trump has him on his wanted list already. So now Saudi Arabia is scared of not having any affiliation to do with a terrorist, knowing fully well that when a terrorist is involved, America might strike, and when America strike, Saudi Arabia will not have any cordial relationship with America. But the truth be told, that it is Nigerian government that is still adoring Gumi. If a country like Saudi Arabia, that is a religious country, has come out to openly send Gumi back to Nigeria, it shows that there's nothing the DSS and the Nigerian government want to prove to Nigerians anymore, that Gumi is part of these people pushing for insecurity in Nigeria. Truth be told, now Gumi come out to tell us about his view on global. What views the global does he add about national politics? What views? No, most times now, when it comes to what international politics, Gumi has not for one day come out of public on air to air his view. So what view? Gumi should tell Nigerians the truth. And now it is even an avenue that it shows that likes of Muslim Kanu and Samanekpa has been justified, because these men have come out countless times to push that this man is a terrorist, even without being told, even to a layman, knowing fully well that this man is a terrorist financier. But I don't know the fear the Nigerian government has for the Fulani man, because even when this Buhari was still the president, Gumi was their mediator. Gumi was their middleman, negotiator, taking money from the suspects, giving to those who were giving to the bandits. And now, for how long? I think if Nigeria were to be a state where people are being serious, this is the right time to pick Gumi. This is the right time. When Gumi land, when he arrived Abuja in Tanyaipa, DSS ought to have been waiting for him. That something is fishy. Yes, no, not about. Yes, yeah, this great Nigeria globally, because now the report we saw online was that Gumi has an affiliation with international terrorists, not just now. So see, his rank have moved just from mere being a local champion to an international champion. Now, Saudi at this point need money, because people who are coming for the Hajj pilgrimage, they will have to pay. Now, so for Saudi Arabia to have turned Gumi back to Nigeria and then refund his money, it shows something is fishy. So this is what Nigerian government ought to look at. But just that they are insensitive of insecurity in the country, and also them, to me, I will say they are also an accomplice to it, because if the Western world now, if the Saudi Arabia have come to say that now as now point Gumi and say Gumi is he is also a terrorist financier. The state he hails from, the state Gumi hails from, the country hails from, pardon me, no, sorry, the country he hails from, we are still pampering for how long? So it shows that, so for me, it shows that there's nothing anybody want to say. Gumi ought to be behind bars now if we are serious as a country. Okay,
you say, but we've seen Gumi numerous number of times come out to say that in the Kanu people soliciting for Biafra are banned. He said they are the one causing terrorism, and they are likened to Boko Haram and those causing security in Nigeria. With this now, just like you said, he said the Kanu and Ekpa have been vindicated. Do you think that Gumi now should be like, they should pick him up right presently?
No, see, Gumi not picking up. They should bundle Gumi. See, picking up is still pampering him. Let them bundle him. The way, see, the energy, the zeal, the vibe, the Nigerian government went all the way to Kenya just to bundle Mazda Kanu. That's Nigeria. Gumi ought to be bundled. Now, being bundled from the airport down to, see, being brought from the airport into Gumi at this point now. Gumi should be in underground prison because there is a lot Gumi need to tell Nigerians. There is a lot. Gumi need to start telling Nigerians who are those financing bandits in Nigeria, because now it is obvious that now what the DSS could not do, the Saudi Arabia government has come out to make it open, and now it is obvious. No, see, it is not time for us to be missing our words, saying let us do investigation, because if the Nigerian government start their own investigation later, Gumi might be left off the hook. At this point in time, there is a lot of evidence against him from the Saudi Arabian government, saying that because Saudi Arabian government will not just deport you back if something has not played out. Something has played out. Something major has played out, and now the bandits have killed over 7 million people across ethnic divide, and yet there are still no solution. And now we have someone who is an insider to the bandits, who is a middleman to the bandits, and yet the DSS come online to say their nonsense, to say Gumi would be invited. When Gumi was invited, the following day Gumi was granted bail. Who does that? And then there are video evidence to prove that this man is a terrorist. But now when it comes to the Igbo man has always been used as a scapegoat. If Sheik Gumi is from the Igbo extraction, as I'm speaking to you now, DSS for them use cane, they flog her like pikin. Because what? Gumi is from a tribe that claims owns Nigeria. So I don't even I see the kind of, I see our leaders even be on serious. Nigerian leaders are even happy with the way insecurity is thriving in Nigeria, because they themselves are also making money for me. Do you know how much that was budgeted for the Nigerian defense, for the Nigerian army? Every year army they buy gun. Every year army would always budget for a weapon. Yet the weapon is not being used to gun down terrorists. Who are they not buying the weapon for? When a state where things are not working, and now it is high time we come out and tell ourselves the truth. Because if we continue like this, Gumi will continue to bring people who would in return be even tougher, harder than Gumi. Now Gumi might be making like 2 million from this banditry business. Now if Gumi train people, those ones would now come out and start making billions, trillions, and now government will not be their own source of revenue. Let's feel that if people have been kidnapped, government will pay their ransom. But the question is that how long can we continue like this? And yet they are holding Mazi Kanu in detention, and yet they are saying Samonepa is the problem. Why the major problem? We are having in the country just arrived in Nigeria today?
Okay, but one of the causes I feel might have happened is do you not think that when Buhari was in power, we saw that Saudi Arabia brought out or listed names of people sponsoring or causing security in Nigeria? Do you not think that Gumi name must have been one of those names? That's why, because other clerics were there. Why is it that they didn't chase out, or from Medina? Why is it that other clerics were not chased out, but Gumi was the one that was actually chased out?
See, truth be told, Saudi Arabia would have done underground checks. Truth be told, Saudi Arabia is not Nigeria. For them to have deported Gumi or like tell him to come back to Nigeria, something is fishy. Nobody would just won't do that. Gumi has been going to Saudi all these years. So why this year? And now again, now when it comes to the issue of Gumi coming back to Nigeria, I think DSS at this point need to call Gumi into a closed-door meeting. Because Saudi Arabia did not officially tell Nigerians why he was deported. But see, there are rumors. But see, in every rumor, there's always an element of truth that Gumi is an international financier of terrorists across the globe. And you know how the issue of terrorism is being treated is being treated across all the country, because no country would want to harbor terrorists in their country. So to me, I think it is now a global shame. It's a global shame in which the presidency and those they are just keeping mum. Now, Buhari too, I am not surprised if Buhari too is being tagged after all this. I will not be, because when Buhari was supposed to act, Buhari did not act. Buhari was there robbing Gumi. Even those even those who were fingered being terrorists, Buhari was still giving them contracts. It shows how clueless we have our former president is. A man who should not even be the class captain of the Permanent class. But he was given the opportunity to rule Nigeria as the president, and now it is telling on us. I can tell you with my chest, that today insecurity will not stop. So if these guys can attack military base, if these guys can attack government agencies, government sophisticated with what equipped with facilities, then tell me who can they attack? They can go. These guys can go out and out just to bring down anybody, just because they have someone who is unstoppable. They have someone in which is untouchable. They have someone which cannot be arrested. There were some years that Gumi was saying that Gumi said boastfully. He said he knows that if Jesus invite him, he said the next 2 hours he will be out. And when they said invited him, the next 2 hours he was out. So these are the major issues of what insecurity. If we truly want to solve this security issue in Israel, people else need to go down. People need to go down.
If the government do have what it takes to the Fulani, because we know that. And again, no, I think some years back, Gumi admitted that what he knows where these criminals are. He said it publicly. And
yes, was in court.
Yes, he said, but do you think that someone like Namdi Kanu will come out and say this, that he knows where all these bandits are? And
you don't need to even say that. Let someone come out and say I am missing. Let an Igbo man comes out today and say I am an ESN, and see what will happen to that man. If I mean no butcher life come out now, but because now they are from the minority tribe, they are from the tribe that they feel that the government don't regard. But today now, Fulani publicly carrying AK-47 across the Minus Akpenis. Fulani have ransacked, have fired so many people in this country, and yet the government cannot proscribe them as terrorists. It shows that the government themselves are scared of them. Truth be told, if the government is not scared of Fulani, let them use that energy they use to proscribe. Will you tell me that government is blind and see government does not see what is happening? The killing in Ondo, Taraba, Edo State is government not, but government should be told. Government is scared of Fulani. Yes. If government is not scared of them, what does it take them to take Fulanis to court? Fulani militias, take them to court and let the court do, and then tender your own evidence. Let the court proscribe them terrorists. Now, Buhari was very fast and quick to proscribe IPOB, a terrorist group. And IPOB, automatically, that is the origin of an Igbo man. That is the ancestral beginning of an Igbo man. But see, the president was very quick to take them to court and proscribe them terrorists. Now, when it got to the issue of Fulani, the president, we thought because Buhari was the president, he would not take them. He was being biased to take them to court. But now that we have a certain president, so it shows there is nothing between the certain president, because even the certain president himself is scared to take them to court. He knows today that if he takes Fulani to court, Nigeria will scatter. If not so, I dare the president, I dare President Tinubu, I dare his chief of staff, Femi Ajamila, I dare his secretary. He's secretary to the government. That's the former governor of George Akume. Let them take the Fulanis to court and see tomorrow if Sultan of Sokoto will not declare another nation. So let them try it, because it is high time we must tell ourselves the truth. We cannot be hiding under slavery and claim we are one Nigeria. But today, if the Igbo man is agitating for Biafra, let's see, most times this is what people see and then agitate that we want to leave the country. These are the cause why people say we are tired of this contraption, of this fraud called Nigeria, whereby the young man is scared of the Fulani man. Some people they see them now. No Fulani. How many Fulani have you seen that Fulani has been sentenced to court to life imprisonment? But last month you saw that IPOB was sentenced in I think in Abia State. Yeah. Isn't that?
But just recently we saw the NSA Nubadu listing people agitating for Biafra with insecurity, and link them with people that cause insecurity, just like the Boko Haram in the northeast, the bandits in the northwest. You also he said the militants in Niger Delta, and also the Fulani herders in the north central. Do you think that it should be linking or connecting these people with the bandits, NSA?
See, no Bible is just coming out to justify his failed achievement as the NSA of Nigeria, because these are two different people with different ideology. The Igbos are saying we are tired of this country. We want to exit the country. The Fulani are not tired of this country. The Fulani claims they own the country. So it is their right to buy people. It is their right to do whatsoever they want to do. So these are two people with different ideology. Even himself that is coming out to condemn Fulani, let him go to Adamawa State and then condemn him. Let him go to Adamawa State. Ever since he has become the NSA, how many Fulanis has he arrested? How many Fulanis has the soldier kpai? It's not the same government I will say today will find Bello Otoji. Tomorrow Bello Otoji will not appear. Tomorrow they will say they've killed him. Tomorrow Shaka will appear and then disappear, appear. For how long? They themselves, see, truth be told, I watched an interview of a Nigerian soldier coming out to say that Fulani soldiers don't kill their Fulani brothers. That if government want to win that war in that region, or that they should not send people with same tribes, people with like minds. See, the time that when they were killing bandits in Nigeria and then Boko Haram was when Iye Jirika was the chief of army staff. And then when they fight so many people, what did Sultan of Sokoto say? He said they are killing people, not just Sultan of Sokoto, even NF Kanu, Sanusi too. They were crying. All the whole MS in the north, they were crying, say this one. And then that was why they had to form a coalition to unseat Jonathan, and then make sure that Iye Jirika lost his seat as the chief of army staff then. So the truth of the matter is that this man don't mean well for the country. Even Gumi, I saw the video where Gumi was deported. He was smiling. He was smiling, knowing fully well that if he does not perform Hajj today, he will come to Nigeria. And now, tomorrow on the day of Salah, Gumi will go and lead Allah Akbar. Thousands of bandits will now join him to lead prayer again. And then we claim that, and then we finally come to Salah. Gumi is not spirit. Gumi passed through the security details in the airport before he boarded the flight. And when Gumi arrived, if not, if he get the information, I said that DSS would not get information. Just that these men are not ready to arrest Gumi because Gumi is above the law. People are above the law in Nigeria. Let's of Tom Polo, they are above the law. Who?
Tom Polo. He has been invited by the FCC. He has been invited by the FCC.
Tom Polo was telling the FCC to come and arrest him now. Shebi the chairman of the FCC. The chairman of the FCC said they wanted to be sure if fully that was Tom Polo, if that was not being AI generated. I want to interview now. Let them go arrest Tom Polo now. See, once you are Once you are influential in Nigeria, my brother, you are above the law. Don't let anybody deceive you. There are some people here who are, how many weeks has Opolo commit that offense? But if na Yahoo boy now, they go come from roof, they beat her like chicken. But now, it is even their own time to arrest him, and yet the Opolo has not been arrested. But before I run this whole issue, one thing I will say is that Sheik Gumi is now has now proved it that he is a bandit, and then sponsoring bandit, and then again he has proven that he is above the law, and that no president either from the south, from the east, can arrest Sheik Gumi. Thank you for having me.